We have followed the pattern from the first signs of imperial overstretch to the grim, detailed reality of a full-blown collapse. The picture is undeniably dark. The momentum feels unstoppable. This leads to the most critical question of all, the one you've been asking yourselves. Are we just passengers on this ship, destined to go down with it? Or is there an escape hatch? Is there a way, even now, to avert this fate? The answer is not a simple yes or no. The sheer weight of our debt and the depth of our social divisions make a simple, painless solution impossible. Wishful thinking and half measures will not save us. However, history shows us that while the pattern of collapse is predictable, it is not a supernatural destiny. It is the result of human decisions. And different decisions, no matter how difficult, and, in theory, alter the course. The way out is not a single policy, but a fundamental and painful national course correction. It would require a collective will we currently lack, centered on three pillars of survival. Pillar 1, the Great Strategic Retreat, ending military overstretch. The first and most critical step is to stop the bleeding. A patient hemorrhaging blood cannot recover by simply taking vitamins. The bleeding must be stopped. For the American Empire, this means a deliberate, strategic, and total end to its policy of global military overextension. This is not isolationism, it is strategic prioritization. It means a systematic withdrawal from the vast network of over 700 military bases in more than 70 countries. It means ending the self-appointed role of global policeman, a role that drains over $1 trillion annually from the national treasury, money that is desperately needed for domestic renewal. This withdrawal would be complex and dangerous, requiring masterful diplomacy to avoid creating power vacuums. But the alternative, continuing until the money simply runs out and the military collapses under its own weight, is far worse. The immediate benefits would be profound. The colossal defense budget could be cut by hundreds of billions of dollars without sacrificing core national defense. This would provide instant, massive relief to the debt spiral. More importantly, it would force a necessary shift in mindset. For decades, our foreign policy has been a substitute for addressing deep-seated domestic problems. Ending our endless wars and global commitments would force us to finally look inward and confront the rot within our own borders. It is the essential first step in rebuilding a nation, rather than managing an empire. Pillar 2, the financial reset, taming the debt beast. Even with a major strategic retreat, the $34 trillion debt remains a millstone around the nation's neck. Taming this beast requires a brutal, two-pronged approach that would be politically suicidal in the current climate. The first prong is austerity and radical entitlement reform. The truth no one in Washington will utter is that the current levels of spending on Social Security and Medicare are mathematically unsustainable. This does not mean eliminating these programs, but it means a fundamental restructuring. This could involve raising the retirement age for younger generations, means testing benefits, and introducing more market-based competition to healthcare to drive down costs. It would be a bitter pill, demanding shared sacrifice from the populace. The second prong is a pro-growth economic revolution. Austerity alone would crush the economy. It must be paired with a massive deregulatory push to unleash American productivity. This means streamlining the nightmarish bureaucracy for starting businesses, unleashing domestic energy production, and radically simplifying the tax code to incentivize investment and innovation here at home. The goal is to grow the nation's economic pie so fast that the relative size of the debt shrinks. We must transition from a consumption-based economy living off foreign credit to a production-based economy that creates real, tangible wealth. This is the only long-term solution to the debt spiral that doesn't end in hyperinflation or default. Pillar 3, the cultural rebirth, mending the social fabric. All the financial and military reforms in the world will fail if the nation itself is broken. The third pillar is the most difficult, a cultural rebirth to reverse the social decay of stage 5. This begins with education. We must end the ideological capture of our schools and restore a curriculum focused on foundational skills, civic duty, and a unified, honest national history, one that celebrates our achievements while honestly confronting our failures. The goal is to create citizens, not just consumers or activists. We must foster a sense of shared identity and purpose that transcends our political tribes. Secondly, we must rebuild civil society. This means prioritizing the family unit, encouraging community organizations, and celebrating local heroes and institutions. When people are invested in their immediate community, national divisions begin to feel more abstract and manageable. A sense of local responsibility displaces the culture of national grievance. Finally, there must be a revaluation of our media and technology ecosystem. This may require breaking up the tech oligopolies that profit from our division and enforcing strict transparency in their algorithms. We must cultivate a media landscape that rewards truth and nuance over sensationalism and outrage. This is not about censorship, but about promoting a competition of ideas in a marketplace that values reality. Conclusion: the narrow path. So, is there a way out? Technically, yes, a path exists. But it is a narrow, treacherous path that requires a level of political courage, collective sacrifice, and national unity that seems almost mythical today. It would require a leader of unprecedented skill and a populace willing to endure short-term pain for long-term survival. The three pillars are interlocking. The peace dividend from a strategic retreat funds the financial reset, and the financial stability provides the foundation for a cultural rebirth. We stand at a crossroads. One path leads down the well-worn track of history, following the 7 stages to their bitter and predictable end. The other path requires us to turn away from the cliff, to make choices that are difficult, unpopular, and humble. The pattern of collapse is clear, but the future is not yet written. The final stage is only inevitable if we lack the will to choose a different one. The real collapse is not a moment in the future. It is a surrender in the present. It is the decision that nothing can be done. And that is a choice we do not have to make.